So I think it's a crit dodge here. It can use Thunder Wave again. Or maybe can use Sonic Boom, I'm not sure. I think we just have to try it. This is Pokémon Trashlocke Emerald Deathless Hardcore Nuzlocke Attempt 1, where we have beaten Wattson and Broly, and today we're going to face Wattson for the 3rd gym badge, which is going to be extremely hard, as I don't really know how we can beat him without losing a single mon. We've beaten all the trainers there, so only Wattson remains, but this is going to be problematic. We have Senseless, and Senseless is just great. It tanks even a self-destruct crit from Voltorb, totally destroys Electrike, and almost do the same with Manectric too. But Magneton is a problem, as I don't really have good offensive coverage, and it can deal pretty big damage with Sonic Boom. So right now I'm trying to figure it out something. So that's why we go to Route 117 to maybe get a Wall Beat or Illumise. I don't know how it helps, but right now I just don't really know how to deal more than 10% damage against Magneton. The only option is Slugma, but it's just so weak to Shockwave, so I don't know right now. Oh man, that's just so bad. That's just so bad. Back flying. That is just so bad. What's on time? This gym is going to be the hardest. We have Senseless, who is great against Voltorb and against Electrike. Very good against Manectric, but considering the fact that Wattson has 2 super potions, Manectric has Citrus Berry and has Hole, and literally no one else is a good counter against Manectric, there's a chance that Senseless just won't be enough at the very end against Manectric. Against Magneton, I just don't really have a single good answer against it, because I just can't deal damage, besides Slugma, who is just super weak. So Slugma deals 42 to 50% damage with Amber, which means that we are slower, so we need 3 turns to kill Magneton, who has Shockwave and which is a crit dodge, a single crit dodge. And also we have to get Slugma into the field, so it's the hardest part to beat Magneton. But after that, Manectric can be problematic, because I don't really know what will happen there. So it's not a single line. So we will start with Senseless against Voltorb, because Senseless tanks self-destruct crit even. And probably it's going to use Rollout. But there's a chance to use self-destruct, it can't use Spark or Shockwave. Then I'm not sure who will be the second. If Electrike, that's great. Then we will stay with Senseless and try to use 1 slash. We need 2 slashes and we are faster. But we try to use Rock Smash to try to burn Wattson's super potion, at least one of the 2. And then against Magneton, or against Magneton if Magneton comes second, we somehow need to beat it with Slugma. And we do this by switching into Ferret, who has Rock Smash, which is 17 to 20%. What damage Rock Smash deals. So it's just enough chip damage to let Slugma beat Magneton within 2 turns. But we need another switch, another pivot before Slugma. So we need to switch into Dunsparce, because Dunsparce has Yawn. And my best bet is just to switch into Slugma while Magneton is asleep. We need 2 turns to be safe, but if we can hit 1 Amber while Magneton is asleep, then it is only a crit dodge, which is great. We can wipe here, but which is great. And then Manectric deals a huge amount of Shockwave damage against everyone, except Senseless. But Senseless slash is only deals 30-35%. which means that with Citrus Berry it's a 5-hit KO. Manectric has static, which means that we can be paralyzed after a contact move, and Slash is a contact move. And if Wattson has super potions, it's just pretty inconsistent because I haven't found an exact number when will Wattson use a potion or not. Some says that 20%, some says that 25%, some says that 30%. I'm not sure, I don't know. I would consider it like 1/3 of the full HP. So that will be my strategy. And honestly, I'm not sure what would be the best scenario or the best strategy against Manectric. I think if we forced Wattson to use both, or at least one, a super potion, then I think we're just going to slash it. If it starts to use Hose, we can switch into Mighty Hyenas because it has Intimidate ability, so we can mitigate the Hose. But if Wattson has both super potions, then I think we might just start sand attacking Manectric. Because in that case I just don't see a clear path that we just hit Slash. Okay, we hit a crit, that's great, but if we won't, we get static, we can heal it with a Cherry Berry, it gets hold, and then it starts to use super potions, and I just feel like I won't have any chance. So we will see. But this has been the hardest gym battle so far. What we know is the first two members, Voltorb and Manectric, should be easy with Senseless. So we use one Slash. Voltorb either use Rollout or Self-Destruct. We prefer Rollout, okay? Oh, we could have used Rock Smash if we knew that that's a miss, but at least our HP is great. Okay, then it's important to not deal a crit damage, please. Not a crit now. Okay, we don't care about how. I want to see the number. Oh, you see the ruler. Okay, yeah, I have a ruler. Okay, it has like 30% damage. Okay, make it unseen. Okay. So, Rock Smash deals 22 to 26%, so I think we can use that. Okay, that's not great, that's just not great. We have a Cherry Berry, but it's just pretty not great against Manectric. Now we use Slash, it will heal. Okay. That is just great. Okay. Thank you for the crit, right? Honestly, it doesn't really matter. Thank you, Senseless. Thank you. Okay, now here comes Magneton, and that's the harder part. That is the harder part. So it is going to use either Sonic Boom or Supersonic. We will switch into Ferret to deal the chip damage with Rock Smash. If it uses Sonic Boom, it's fine. If it uses Supersonic and it misses, it's great. But if it hits, then we have to switch back. I don't really have a Piercing Berry, is that what heals Confusion? But that is great. Now, we have a Cherry Berry here, so a Thunder Wave would be optimal. But now we can just use one Rock Smash. We are faster. Okay, it's probably the lowest roll. Okay. Defense drop doesn't really matter, honestly. Now, we can switch. We should switch into Dunsparce, but as Dunsparce doesn't leave Shockwave into Shockwave crit, but leaves Sonic Boom into Shockwave crit. we want to switch from Senseless. So we switch back to Senseless, and I hope it won't be a Sonic Boom. It can be anything but Sonic Boom. Okay, that is great. Now, same situation. It can be Sonic Boom or Supersonic. If Supersonic hits, that's bad. Okay, that's bad. We switch back into Senseless and hope it won't be a Sonic Boom. Okay. Now we switch back into Dunsparce. Unlucky, man. Just stop doing that. Or stop hitting that. No Sonic Boom, please. No Sonic Boom. Okay. Okay. Now another Dunsparce pivot. Okay, at least now. So, the next turn will be interesting. We want to use Yawn, but Supersonic hit into Confusion's self-hit is not the best. Although because Magneton used a Miss Supersonic, not a Sonic Boom, it's not fatal. So the situation is better than what I calculated. So now we want to hit Yawn. Okay. Okay. So Shockwave crit is 57, the highest damage. So I think we should switch. I think we can switch into Betrayal. Okay, that's huge. That is huge. That is huge. Okay, Magneton is asleep. I didn't want to switch into Slugma because Slugma dies if it's a Shockwave crit, but now we switch into Slugma. And here comes the hardest part. The hardest part. So Magneton is asleep. And we need to hit 2 Embers. If it wakes up in the next turn, that's very problematic. Very problematic. If it's asleep for at least 1 turn, then the worst case scenario is a Shockwave crit dodge. Oh man, that's so bad. Okay, that is good. That is just good because we have a Cherry Berry. We have a Cherry Berry, okay. Okay. Okay, it's a crit dodge. Let's see if we can recreate the situation here. Dunsparce has 54 HP, which means that it is also a crit dodge, although a higher crit dodge, to just yawn it. So the option can be to switch into Senseless, and then it's Supersonic or Sonic Boom. If it's a Supersonic and it's a miss, oh man. But if it's a Sonic Boom, then it's 34, and Shockwave deals 28. So it's a crit dodge. So the situation would be similar if Magneton uses Sonic Boom on the switching turn. Huh. But I think it's just pure random that if it's Supersonic or Sonic Boom. So I think it's a crit dodge here. It can use Thunder Wave again. Or maybe can use Sonic Boom, I'm not sure. I think we just have to try it. Okay, okay. That is huge. Oh man. This game, full of surprises. Full of surprises. Okay. So Manatrik I think is going to use Shockwave, so we just switch back into Senseless. And now here's another dilemma. That Wattson has one Super Potion. Manatrik has Citrus Berries. And we deals with 30-35% damage, so we have like 10% chance to free hit KO it. But it has a Citrus Berry, so which is 30 HP. So we deal 22 to 26 damages and it has 74 HP. Plus 30 Citrus Berries, 104. Which means that it's just 5 hit KO. And it has static. And besides Senseless, no one can tank Shockwaves. And the next 2 free turn is just free because it will start using, I think, holds or start using quick attacks, but it won't be enough damage. But I think we should start sand attacking, because if Senseless is down because of a static paralysis or something, then we are cooked. Otherwise, we have Ferret and Mightyena who can deal damage. Ferret can deal damage, 20% damage with quick attack, 25 with cut. Mightyena has intimidate and can deal damage with bite. Beedrill, maybe we can use Beedrill if we want to slow it down, or it can use Twineedle, 25 to 30 HP. So I think I will start to spam sand attacks. Okay, so it's -1 and +1 in terms of attacking. I think we can switch into Mightyena just to intimidate it. Okay. Okay, it's just not good. It's just not good. It's +1 again. So I think we can switch back. It won't use quick attack, I think. Okay, that's so bad. That is just so bad. Should have just hit it. Should have just hit it. Yeah, I think because of the accuracy drop, it started to prioritize. In that case, we should just hit 1 slash at least. Because it is going to be ugly. Yes. Okay. Oh man, I should have known this. I should have known this. Because we could have built a strategy around this. But it's still okay. The crate is 40. Oh, whew, huge miss. Huge miss. And that's a huge bad move. That's very bad. That is very bad. I think I just need to switch. It's too much. It's too much now. +3 is too much. Okay, it's +2. Okay, it's just +2. I think it will use Shockwave. Hope not Howl. Okay. Okay. Okay, 34 and 17. I think we just try to use a slash here. Okay, that's great. That's great. And let's see, I think it's just under 50%. Let's see. Yeah, it's like 45. 45%. I think I'm going to switch again. I think I'm going to switch, but okay, crit is 44 to Mightyena, so I think we can switch one last more to try to drop its attack to just +1. Okay. Shockwave deals 36, so I think he's going to use it. Okay. Okay, now quick attack crit is 36, the highest damage is 36. But here crit is 26, so it's 39. I think we can switch another. Okay, it's back to normal. Okay. Okay, and it's 25. It's 25. Okay, and it sees the kill with shockwaves. I think it will use it, so we can switch back. Okay, and quick attack crit is now 24, and we have, so I think we can maximize it, and this is the last one that we can switch into Mightyena. And it's now -1, but the crit remains the same. Okay. Or what, it's -2? I just... Okay, it was 7. It was 7. Yeah, I think that was -1. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Now it's obviously Shockwave, I think. Or I hope. That it sees the kill. Okay. Okay. Now, because it's -1, I think we can switch into Ferret to use quick attack if it's problematic here, but now we can stay. Quick attack crit is 18, so up until that point I think we just have to use slashes. Okay, that's not okay. Okay. And we just keep that continued. That will be the second super potion. Okay, huge crit. Huge crit. Okay. 18 is the highest crit roll, and the highest non-crit roll is 6. So we are in a pretty good position. Pretty good position. Okay. Okay. Oh man. That was very tough. Very tough. Very hard to predict. And we got lucky. Got lucky. Especially with the crit dodge. Which wasn't the crit dodge because Magneton used Supersonic, which failed. Yeah, it really helped that that we could switch between Maitena and Senseless. Because I was super scared at +3, and I thought that Mana Trick would continue that because of the accuracy drop. Or I don't know. But yeah, that was pretty hard.